Once again, it's me, Tony Burkhalter, and here we are discussing another exciting topic. Last chapter we learned about posture, balance, and walking. Now we're going to look at more dynamic forms of motion such as running, jumping, and lifting. Running and jumping burn a lot of calories per hour. By definition, running differs significantly from walking because when a person is walking, they always have one foot in contact with the ground. Where running is a series of small leaps where both legs are in the air at times during the movement. A leap is where a person takes off from one foot and lands on the other foot. Running is a complex action that requires the interaction of many body systems. Every person has a different running style depending upon body structure, gender, age, strength, level of conditioning, and skill. And the gait cycle for running is quite different than walking as well. Running has alternating periods of single leg support separated by a flight phase where both feet are airborne. Phase timing and stride length during running changes as speed increases. As my cross-country coach informed me, velocity, or speed, can significantly increase by the quickening of the stride rate or hitting your feet on the ground more times per minute. Running recruits many muscle groups, including the gluteus maximus, the hamstring group, the quadriceps, the lower calf complex, the ankle and foot muscles. In fact, running is an amazing exercise which recruits nearly all major muscle groups, from the abdominals to help stabilize the torso to the upper body in an arm swing. But when we talk about running, we would be remiss if we did not touch on injuries, because running is a very dynamic activity and imposes a lot of force on the body, in particular the lower extremities. Injuries associated with running can be acute, such as twisting an ankle suddenly. But for avid runners, the injuries are more commonly chronic. Chronic injuries are a result of repetitive ground reaction forces applied on the foot and going up the lower extremities to the ankle, knee, and hip. Most common chronic injuries are knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, iliotibial band syndrome, and even stress fractures in the tibia. The best thing to remember when facing a running injury is that rest is the key to healing. So running less often and a shorter distance can help if you're injured. Although people confuse the terms leap, jump, and hop, as we stated above, with a leap, you start on one foot and land on the opposite foot. However, the term jumping refers to when a person propels off the ground with one or both feet and lands on both feet. This is really a general definition because there's much more to the jumping action, such as different ways to launch and land. So bunnies, they actually jump, they don't hop. So what's a hop? Hopping is when a person propels from one foot and lands on the same foot. So how can you make the most of your powerful leap, jump, or hop? Well, in Chapter 4, you learn that actively stretching a warmed up muscle before you try to provide a powerful movement can add to the muscle's force capacity. This eccentric concentric stretch shorten cycle is used as a great advantage in jumping. When a person is preparing to jump, flexing the lower extremity joints builds up the kinetic energy needed to explode dynamically. Even the arms play a role in an efficient jump. The arms provide balance as well as a source of momentum to propel the body upwards. Although leaps, jumps, and hops can be explosive and take lots of power, lifting heavy objects can take a lot of strength. Lifting involves grasping an object and moving it to another, often higher, location. Many occupations require a person to be able to lift, and most athletes lift to improve strength and performance. Techniques for lifting objects vary depending upon what's being lifted. The weight of the object, the skill of the lifter, the environment in which the object is being lifted, the distance, and even the lifting speed. But the most important factor to remember when it comes to lifting any object safely is to maintain a neutral lumbar spine and keep the load close to the body. In your textbook, a list of guidelines to prevent injury is presented. Running, jumping, and lifting are all important functions to be able to perform correctly and can improve not only athletic ability, but overall physical fitness health. Running and jumping increase our ability to contract our muscles efficiently and perform these tasks. Lifting is important because it builds strength that allows us to be able to perform many tasks, not only now, but as we age and get even older.